No comment on the weekend violence specifically from police today, but they do tell me that they continue investigating those incidents we've been telling you about since Friday, and they're still looking for the people behind the mass shooting that we first told you about then. Shooting scenes across Chicago over a violent Juneteenth weekend. This mass shooting on the South Side Friday night still rocking this neighborhood. We told you about more than 100 shell casings here near 95th and Wentworth. Take a look at your screen.
Dang, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at all that. I mean, why? Just why? Why? What would prompt somebody to be out there unloading like that, shooting like that? I mean, I just want to get into the minds of these people who are deciding that it's okay to, just shoot random people or shoot randomly, or even to target people and shoot them. At this point in my life, it just doesn't make sense. And even when I could say I was younger and it might have made more sense back then, it didn't make sense then. It doesn't. How could this be happening? It's just truly sad for Chicago. I'm just sad. Sad.
These are all from a drive-by shooting, leaving 14 people injured just after 11 at night. Those 14 people between 17 and 47 years old. Neighbors here still uneasy going on camera days later. But President Donald Trump quick to comment on the weekend violence. The White House press office deferring to this post on Truth Social. Quote, "Lots of killing going on in Chicago. 22 people shot, at least 4 dead. Why isn't Governor Pritzker calling me for help? I could make Chicago a safe city in 1 month, in 1 year. It would be one of the safest." The numbers are actually higher than that, with at least 8 killed and 39 others injured in Chicago this past weekend.
I don't think that we should be listening to this president about promises that he makes, or
now you know what? I'm gonna keep going.
Or that he has any idea how to protect us in the state of Illinois.
Mayor Brandon Johnson's office.
But he did do a fairly decent job of, deploying military to DC and other locations that were having, certainly not as bad, but same kind of problems that Chicago was having, and it seemed to work fairly well, I think. I don't know. Thought it worked out well. I think the cities that we're talking about thought it worked out well for them. And just to have more boots on the ground would be helpful to Chicago. I mean, you have a shortfall on the amount of police officers. You had to get rid of spot shotter or shot spotter, to tell you when these guns are going off and where they're going off at. So, it does seem like Chicago does need help. So, I mean, if you don't want to take help from the president of the United States of America, that's fine and dandy, but cannot tell us that you don't need the help.
Told me the mayor has no comment on President Trump's statement.
Hey, we've seen what happens when we try to arrest our way out of situations.
But Deputy Mayor Emmanuel Andre and Father Michael Flager both responded to this today.
And it's a shame because utilizing numbers to be able to weaponize what's happening in real time says nothing to those survivors right now of this past weekend, nor the survivors of last year's weekend and the year before that.
Shut up, Donald. Just send.
Well, see, that's another thing, because of course, when I was doing a little bit of research, I was for this story, I saw that there's shootings almost every year on Juneteenth. Every year in Chicago, when the Chicagoans are celebrating Juneteenth, celebrating the establishing of the freedom of slavery or freedom of slaves and all these types of other things that people of color should be rejoicing. Almost every time over in Chicago, there's massive shootings. Why? It doesn't. Can anybody explain to me why, whoever it may be in Chicago is deciding that on Juneteenth, a time that people should be coming together, they're going to start separating people by killing people and injuring people? It just doesn't make sense.
Money and restore the money you took away from gun violence prevention for the city of Chicago and across this country. Give the
Is that true? Is that true that Donald Trump took money away from the city of Chicago that they were supposed to use for gun violence prevention? Is that true? I'm gonna look that up.
money back now.
I took a closer look at our crime numbers. Violent crime isn't as high as the numbers we tracked at this point in time last year. Chicago police only telling me the shootings this past weekend are still being investigated right now. Again, Chicago police tell us they're still investigating the incidents from over the weekend, like you just heard. We'll continue to check in with them and, of course, bring you the very latest. For now, reporting live outside CPD's public headquarters, I'm Tara Molina, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Which tells us automatically that they haven't caught anybody. And it's a real problem for me. I of course, grew up in the Midwest. Grew up maybe in 45 minutes from Chicago. Have a lot of family that live in Chicago. A lot of family that still lives in Chicago, and Chicago is always one of my favorite places. I would go there almost every year as a child. Even in high school, every year we would go to Chicago. We would spend probably a whole week there. You know how black parents was back in the day. They would get rid of us for a week, so they'd send us over our aunt and uncle house in Chicago, and they'd, have their fun while they're kidless for a week or whatever the case may be. And I love Chicago. I absolutely, unequivocally loved, and I still love Chicago. This is sad. This is absolutely sad. To establish or to find out that in Chicago, almost every Juneteenth, whoever these people are who decide to pull out guns and start shooting people, cause all this ruckus in Chicago, it's crazy that nobody is prepared for this. And it's even more crazier that, Chicago as a city doesn't try to get more help. Now, I'm not even going to sit here and say that you should be asking Donald Trump for help, because at this point, you'd almost be on your knees asking for help to some degree, because he's offered help to you several times. So you'd be, and you kicked down his help. You said hell no to his help several times. Even in this video, he said, forget Donald Trump, give us back our money, which I don't know if he took money from y'all or not. I need to check that out. I don't know how that works. He ain't take it, but whatever. We're talking about a situation where people are still, people are getting injured. People are going to the hospital because they're getting shot when they are trying to celebrate a holiday. And it's just crazy to me that we live in this world, or, people in Chicago right now live in this world where they understand that, all the time there's going to be situations where there's going to be shootings and people could possibly lose their lives. I mean, we talk about people losing their lives in Chicago all the time. It's always a shooting in Chicago. There's always a situation where people have been shot, or it's truly bad. And of course, we can sit here and tell you about how bad the leadership has been over Chicago. Everybody can see that. I mean, how could you not see it with all of the horrible results that they've been having over the course of the last couple of years? I mean, the simple fact. Yeah, and you know what? We're going to check out this, because Mayor Brandon Johnson did have a town hall, or whatever the case may be. He talked about the Juneteenth situation, but he got into this little kerfuffle with this reporter. I forgot the reporter's name, but I think his name was William Kelly or something like that. But he got into a little kerfuffle with this reporter about something that the reporter had told him prior about how, bad it's going to be during Juneteenth and you should prepare, is pretty much what I got from it. So let's check out this quick story, check out this quick video over at DC Shorts, and see, I want y'all to see this confrontation.
Sat in this very seat, and I warned you that Juneteenth is historically one of the most violent days for whatever reason in the city of Chicago. You dismissed that. I asked you if Donald Trump, the president of the United States, if you would reach out to him for some kind of help or assistance. You dismissed that. You said that you're the mayor, right? You said that Donald Trump was a massive failure or something to that effect. And now we have seen the results. 40 plus people shot, a dozen plus people murdered. Perhaps you're the massive failure in this equation, and not the president, who, by the way,
William, is that
has
the
reached
question?
out.
Thank you for your
The president of the United States has reached out again.
Well, thank you for your question.
Donald Trump has said
So,
he's willing to help.
what
Will
you're
you,
asking-
at long last, accept his
I
support?
appreciate you
Well, if
taking
you could
some
let me
time
ask
to-
the question, I'd be
You
more
have.
than-
You said
Okay.
that real people
Will you
in
accept his
Chicago-
help now?
Well, you asked two questions.
No.
Then. It's a very lousy attempt of what you're trying to conflate. But your first question was essentially around who takes responsibility. The President of the United States of America has done nothing to help secure safe communities across this country. In fact,
I would have to say that him deploying, the reserves or whatever the case may be, or all these other agencies, ICE or whatever, to like the DC and these other places were having serious problems with the people that were in those places. I think that secured their safety for a little while. I think that the people in those places believe that they'd secured their safety for some extent. So, not even true, Mayor Johnson.
if you look specifically at his so-called black agenda, he has not delivered on one promise. It's not just he's just a failure. He is a...
I don't understand why he's talking about. I mean, I understand the dude asked if he was going to ask for his help, but the question the question Mayor Brandon Johnson said was that who is responsible, but his question was that, is it Mayor Brandon Johnson's fault because he was forewarned that this was going to happen and he just dismissed it and pawned it off. But now Mayor Brandon Johnson is truly sitting here and trying to tell us that President Trump is the reason that they had these massive shootings on Juneteenth, which how we know that's not true is because these massive shootings happened last Juneteenth. These massive shootings happened the Juneteenth prior to that. Mr. President Donald Trump wasn't in office all those times. So, and it's horrible that this man says, didn't see the interview or wasn't there, but the man says he told you, fair warned you that this would happen. So you had some inclination that there's massive shootings during Juneteenth and you did nothing. You did nothing. Now, I'm not even sitting here trying to say that if you would have, did something, it would have worked. But you did nothing. And now you're sitting in front of us blaming Donald Trump. I don't know, bro.
He's a doty individual, right? Here's a responsibility that I continue to take. Driving a community safety plan that removes guns from the streets of Chicago. Driving a community safety plan that actually invests in the communities that this president refuses to invest in. He is more interested in tweeting or posting evil and inhumane projections of people and our humanity than he is actually willing to put money into the very communities that he ostensibly offers some degree of care for. This is an individual that is more interested in removing voting rights protections. It's about his overwhelming interest in coordinating the upward transfer of wealth into the hands of the ultra rich at the expense of everyday people.
My
Thank you,
follow-up
William.
question, my
Thank
second
you.
question is simply this.
You've already
you
asked two
campaigned
questions.
on defunding.
You've asked
my
two
second question
questions.
is,
Nope.
you campaigned on defunding the police. You've called the police a sickness. You say that incarcerating violent repeat offenders is some kind of
You
racism.
can talk as long as you want. You've asked your two questions
No,
already.
I asked
I've
one
answered
question
both of
that
them.
you interrupted.
No, you've asked two
Look,
questions.
I also have civil rights. I have freedom of speech. I have freedom of
Well,
the
you
press.
can just free yourself on out of here because
Well-
I'm not answering anything else.
You free yourself. Yeah, we're gonna just cut it off there. I mean, look, guys, we have to agree or have to understand that state of Illinois, the city of Chicago is reeling in every way, shape, form. It's just reeling. From losing the Bears to horrible violence continuing all the time, to a lack of ability to get the assistance that they need to you know cure the violence that is happening in the city. I do not want to sit here and continue to beat down on Chicago, but I have to definitely say that the leadership in Chicago has not done a great job. I mean, I don't know, you know, why, but we just haven't seen leadership in Chicago do a good job in a long time. Simple fact that you are a leadership that would allow such a profitable investment, such a powerful entity like the Chicago Bears to even think about moving from your state, tells you where your mindset is. Now, talking about another situation, not the first, another situation where massive amounts of people have been murdered during a holiday. And all you can do is talk about the President Donald Trump, who we can damn sure know and has shit to do with the shootings. So let's pray that Chicago can get their shit together. They can figure out who was the culprits who committed all these horrible crimes on a beautiful holiday weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there. Happy Juneteenth to all the people who celebrate Juneteenth. But Chicago, come on, man. I don't know what needs to happen, but you need assistance. And if it, wherever it comes from, whether it be from President Donald Trump or your own coffers, got to get it done. All right, guys, I'm out. I am Chris Surratt. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Car Concierge Show. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Hit me in the DMs if you have any questions, and I'm out. Peace.